If you've watched my viral Instagram video where I fry akara using just 1 teaspoon of oil, you probably had a lot of questions. Today I'm showing you a full step-by-step method, including the exact measurement, batter consistency, and the simple trick that makes this method work. If you love akara but want to reduce the oil content in your meals, this method is going to change how you cook it, and your heart and waistline will thank you for it. Before we get started, please subscribe to my page for more low oil and weight loss friendly recipe. For this recipe, I'll be using the black eye beans. You can use the red beans if you want to. Some atarugu or atarodo as my Yoruba people will call it. So because I buy my pepper in bulk, I like to process it and freeze them so that it's handy for when I need it, and it helps preserve the shelf life. I will also be using some eggs, some onions, some salt, seasoning cube. Now I know some of you will come for me saying you don't need seasoning cube in akara. Well, that's one bad habit I'm actually trying to get rid of. However, I'm going to use it today. First, I measured 2 cups of beans into a bowl. Next, I added enough water to cover the beans and allow them soak for about 6 hours. Soaking helps soften the beans and also help reduce anti-nutrient and compound that causes bloating and gas. After 6 hours, I drained the water and rinsed the beans 2 to 3 times. Personally, I prefer to rinse 3 times just to make sure everything is clean. Next, I transferred the soaked beans into my Ninja blender. Then I added some onion, pepper, 1 seasoning cube, salt to taste, and 2 eggs. Now for the water. I am adding 1.5 cups of water. A lot of people ask about the right consistency, so this is important. Because I added 2 eggs, I used 1.5 cups of water. But if you're making the akara without eggs, then you will need to use 2 cups of water instead. Now blend everything until you get a very smooth butter consistency. The butter should be smooth and pourable, but not watery. Now let's prepare the toasty maker. Remember, the goal here is to use very little oil, so I measured just 1 teaspoon of oil. Then I dip a paper towel into the oil and lightly grease the plate of the toasty maker. This single teaspoon of oil is enough to fry the entire batch. Next, I plug in the toasty maker to allow it to preheat. You can either wait for 5 minutes or wait until the green light turns on, which tells you the toasty maker is ready. Once the green light turns on, it tells you your toasty maker is hot enough. Go ahead and pour in the batter. Close the toasty maker and allow it to cook for about 5 minutes so the batter can set. After 5 minutes, I like to flip the akara. I simply move the one on the left side to the right side and the one on the right side to the left side. This step is totally optional. I do this because I noticed that the bottom plate of my toasty maker gets hotter than the top plate, so flipping helps it cook more evenly. If your toasty maker distributes heat evenly, you may not need to do this step. After flipping, close the toasty maker again and allow it to cook for another 5 minutes. Now it's time to check if the akara is ready. Checking if your akara is fully cooked is a very important step. Ideally, you should do this using a toothpick. But if you don't have a toothpick, you can use a kitchen knife, preferably with plastic handle, to check. If you're going to use a kitchen knife, just like I'm doing here, for safety, always turn off and unplug the toasty maker before checking. To check, all I'm going to do is dip my knife into my akara and pull it out. If the knife comes out clean, no butter on it, the akara is fully cooked. But if there's still butter on the knife, it means the akara needs more time. So all I do is simply close it back and allow it to cook for some more minutes. And if you're wondering if you can use your waffle maker instead of the toasty maker, the answer is yes. Your waffle maker will work perfectly for this. Just in case you're wondering if the akara is properly cooked, here you go. Soft, fluffy, and perfectly done. This method is a healthy swap that gives you the same great taste and texture. Soft on the inside, fully cooked, and that perfect akara texture we all love. Just so you know, healthy eating doesn't mean giving up food you enjoy. It simply means using smarter cooking method that support your goals. And there you have it. Soft, fluffy akara made with just 1 teaspoon of oil is ready. And if for any reason after trying out this method your akara turns out dry and hard, probably missing the step, follow this process step by step closely and you will get that soft fluffy texture every time. Honestly, it tastes so good that I could not wait to finish frying the entire batch before I have one. If you've been trying to reduce the oil in your meals but still want to enjoy your akara, this method is definitely worth trying. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, share it to someone who loves akara. And if you have any more questions, drop them in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Bye.